Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. I live in the thumb of Michigan and like to do videos on canning and baking and vintage recipes and just fun stuff. Life here in our little place that we call Pike Creek Farm. And today I'm here, and I'm really excited about this. I'm here for Freeze-Dried February. This is a collaboration put on by my dear friend Angela at the Inquisitive Farm Wife. Now, I don't have a freeze dryer. I don't think I'll ever have a freeze dryer. I don't need one more thing to run and maintain, and at this point in my life, I think it would add more stress. I wouldn't use it as much, and then I would feel guilty. That's me. I have a friend down the road who loves it and doesn't can anymore. I love my canning, so we're all different. But even though I don't freeze dry, I don't have my own, I do still use freeze-dried products. I used to use Thrive a lot, and now, as most of you know, they've gone out of business. But I still pick up things from August Farms and some other companies, and even at Walmart. Now these are the freeze-dried strawberries. My granddaughter loves these to snack on, and the blueberries. Just loves them. So I keep them in the house, but I found a recipe a couple months ago that I've been wanting to make, and this is the perfect time. It's cookies, strawberries and cream cookies. Uses freeze-dried strawberries and then Ghirardelli white chocolate. And you use freeze-dried strawberries, not fresh, because of the extra moisture the fresh would have. These won't add that. And if you've never seen freeze-dried strawberries, and these are just from Walmart. I think even our Dollar Tree has some, but see, here's what they look like. It is such a burst of strawberry flavor. They are a great snack. Just wonderful. Now, they're just great to snack like that. You can make a snack mix, or you can use them in baking. And that's what I thought would be fun with these cookies. They looked really pretty. And I have a friend who bakes for weddings and stuff. In fact, she did all the desserts from my son's wedding. And she's like, I want that recipe. Let me know about it. So this is our trial run. She might be using it in weddings this year. So a little bit more about Freeze-Dried February. I think this is Angela's 4th year. And she has a freeze dryer that she uses a lot. Her freeze dryer is by Harvest Right. And once again, they are going to be part of this collab and giving away a freeze dryer. That's an amazing, amazing prize. Very generous. And this is a little different. You have to go to a safe and secure website to register for the prize. It's not just from the comments. And it will be given away on February 28th on Angela's channel. I'll have all the information down below, plus some other fun prizes, because that's what makes a live fun sometimes. And she has some great accessories that she's given away. You know, just fun stuff if you're into freeze drying. So come along. I'm going to give you a recipe to use, whether you have your own freeze dryer and you're freeze drying strawberries. And you could use blueberries or any other fruit for this too. Or if you're like me and you go to the store and buy your freeze dried fruit. Get mixing. First, I'm going to use a bowl to mix the dry ingredients in. So we want to mix our 3 cups of flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt in here. So let me get my flour. Fluff up my flour. You don't want it to be compact. And I'm going to spoon in to get to the 1 cup. level it off. Can't see. Level it off. And this will go into the bowl. So fluff it up again. Then spoon. Oops, I just dropped a bunch on the floor. Oh well. Level it. And I'm going to do this one more time. And try not to put it on the floor this time. Oh. Make more work for myself. I have my oven on 325 preheating. Okay, let's get the flour out of here and come back down to the bowl. We need 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. This is a 1/4 measure, so 3 of those. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to mix this all together. So that's ready. So now with my stand mixer, we're going to put 1 cup of unsalted butter that's been softened. It'll come. There we go. And then we need sugar. White granulated sugar, we need 1 1/4. So 1 1/4. Then we're going to add 1/4 cup of brown sugar. That will give it the chewiness. So 1/4 cup packed brown sugar. And now we're going to let this mix together. Make sure to scrape down the sides. And you can do this with a hand mixer too. It doesn't have to be in a stand mixer. Okay, now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla and 2 eggs. And you want the eggs room temperature. We're going to mix this until everything is nice and fluffy. Okay, it is nice and fluffy now. So we can start adding in our dry, and I'm not going to add it all at once. Do about 1/3 of it. Scrape down the sides. Should be a song for that or something. And add more. Save a little bit for the end. Starting to look like cookie dough. Let's add the rest of our dry. get it all off of here. I'm gonna fold in by hand the white chocolate chips and the strawberries. So it calls for 2 1.2 ounce packs of freeze-dried strawberries. I have a 2 ounce bag, so I will put all those in. And then it calls for 11 ounces of white chocolate chips. And I am going to leave some to put on top. Just squeezing the bottom to keep a few, like that much, that I can make sure there's some on the top of the cookies. And now we just mix this in. Need a bigger spatula. Okay. Make sure you get all the way down to the bottom. You don't want to get to the bottom and there's no strawberries or chips in your cookies. This looks pretty good. So I'm going to get the cookie sheets with some parchment paper. Now the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of the dough made into a ball. That's a really big cookie. That's really big. I'm only going to do a few as a trial run. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands again. Trying to make sure that there's strawberries on top. I'm going to press a few of the white chips into the top so that they will show. These go in the oven for 12 to 13 minutes, and they're supposed to be chewy. So I will bring you back. Here they are out of the oven. I'm going to put them on a rack after 13 minutes. You can put the extra chocolate chips in now so they don't melt at all. I'm trying to get it to focus. But they do look nice and big, like a bakery cookie. So you could probably do them smaller and get more, I should say, and cook them less, like, 10 minutes. But I think these look really nice. Here they all are. I ended up with 2 dozen, and you can tell which ones I added the chips when they came out of the oven, and they don't fall off. They did melt in, and they are really, really pretty on a plate. Okay, it's the next day. We did eat them yesterday, but we didn't video it. Here's one. This is one I did put some extra chips on after it came out. Here's one that has quite a few. I will tell you, one thing I would do next time is I would save some of the strawberries, and when I take them out, I would add the chips and then one of the strawberry slices on top. It's totally optional. It's just if you want to have a prettier appearance, it's not going to impact it much. And so they are chewy. Here's the inside. And the strawberries are chewy. They're not crunchy now. Chewy. They're a great cookie. Something different. Really pretty on a plate. And I think it'd be fun to try different combinations of freeze-dried fruit and chips, to give a different combination of flavors. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Angela, for organizing Freeze-Dried February. Don't miss the Friday live, and also don't miss the live giveaway on the 28th, because you might be able to win a freeze dryer. And there's so many other prizes too. So make sure to tune in and make sure to follow the directions to qualify for the free freeze dryer. That's not easy to say. We'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.